Gee, I want you till so far away. I know you won't. Can't walk away from the things you say, the things you say. Yeah, the price you pay, the price you pay for love. Can't walk away from the things you say, the things you say. Yeah, the price you pay for love. No. Can't walk away from the things you say, the things you say. Yeah, the price you pay for love. Can't walk away from the things you say, the things you say. Yeah, the price you pay for love. Can't walk away
Millionaires are being made all season long at DraftKings.com, America's favorite one-week fantasy football site. One-week fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Got a player who's hurt? No problem. Injuries won't derail your shot at victory because it's like a new season every week, so you're never stuck with the same players. Pick your team in minutes, and you could be on your way to winning huge cash. This season, one listener turned $10 into $5,000. Another turned $2 into $10,000, and a new millionaire has been crowned nearly every week this season at DraftKings.com. You could be next. Imagine winning $1 million in one day just playing fantasy football at DraftKings. Head to DraftKings.com now and use promo code Spreaker to play free in the $10 million Fantasy Football World Championships. DraftKings.com. Bigger events, bigger winnings, bigger millionaires. Enter Spreaker now at DraftKings.com. DraftKings.com, that's DraftKings.com.
Who the hell can wait till morning? Talk now at LateNightSportsRadio.com.
Welcome back to the Bob Sullivan Show, Radio.com. I'd like to thank Michelle and Johnny for coming on tonight. Johnny is joining me, and we are up for headlines for the last 9 minutes. Keith, headlines, beat us.
All right, well, you guys were kind of talking about it off the air. I'm kind of angry. You guys got all your steam out, so try to keep it fresh for the folks listening, all right? Kobe Bryant calls everybody soft as bleep on his team. Right, wrong, good, bad. Would you have slugged him in the face?
No, you let Kobe Bryant say what he wants. Grandpa Bryant will tell you how it is. If he wants to call you some Charmin toilet paper because you're soft, he's telling you because you're soft. I mean, look, honestly, that is what the Lakers have. If it ain't Kobe, it's nobody on that team, right?
Yeah, I'd say. I mean, he's.
I mean, you're the NBA aficionado, so I mean, you're the one who's got to get the final say on this. But
I would say, I mean, he's being a baby, but he has a right to be a baby about this because, I mean, he's never been on had a year like this where the team is just completely god awful. The team was god awful last year, but he didn't really have to be a part of it because he was injured. Now, he's on a god awful team. And he's doing everything he can to try to help them win, but he's getting no help. Jeremy Lin's been a complete bust. I thought he would be. Did
anybody ever think he was going to be anything other than a bust? I mean, really? I mean, Jeremy Lin. Did anybody honestly think he was going to be something? Because he had like 8 hot minutes. And where was he first? Was that New York? Yeah, it was New York.
Yeah,
and he went to Houston, right?
Okay, he has some talent. He should not be as bad as he is right now. Carlos Boozer.
He's got talent. Okay, I'll give him that, but that's it. That's where it stops.
Yeah, he doesn't have the killer instinct. Jeremy Lin's pretty soft. Boozer's been pretty soft. This team, the only player that's willing to stand up to Kobe is Nick Young, and that's not really, a championship caliber second option. And is that the guy you really want to stand? No.
And don't even get me going on Boozer, man. I can't tell you how happy I am that he got a town and we got Gasol, man. I'm telling you. What a relief.
That's like
The
trading.
guy can't jump.
It's like trading half-ply toilet paper for 2-ply quilted picker-upper toilet paper.
You got it, man. You can't get that stuff that's that they sell individually. You can't use that stuff. It's like wiping your ass with sandpaper, man. It's just no good for anybody.
Yeah, I don't get the toilet paper where. Why? Okay, I get if you're a company and you want to save a buck.
Okay, we're talking about toilet paper now. Carry on.
But if you're a company, you want to save a buck. Yeah, you get cheap toilet paper for the employees. But when I go over to somebody's house and they have the half ply that if you sneeze on it, it'll blow a hole through the toilet paper. I'm not confident that I'm not going to rip a hole.
No, I hear you, man. I hear you. And here, listen, if you got guests coming over, you got to bust out the 2-ply for that, at least, man. Get a little bit of Charmin in there, get some good stuff, make it nice and soft. You know what I mean? I don't think Kobe would have a problem if he had some, sandpaper, ball players on his team, but right now, all he's got is, little fluffy, toilet paper knitters. You ever see those little guys? Little tiny people, they shrink down to the toilet paper, put those fancy designs in there.
Oh, yeah, the pictures on the toilet paper with the designs and everything. Yeah, those are fantastic. I feel for them when I am wiping, though.
What else you got for us, Keith? Man,
yeah,
we got to get out of the toilet here.
All right.
Yeah.
I was waiting for you guys to announce that you were done and ready for the next
Okay.
one. Breaking while we were on the air, apparently Chicago Bears offensive coordinator Aaron Kromer made a tearful, emotional apology to the team, apologizing for making comments to NFL.com or NFL Network reporter Ian Rappaport about Jay Cutler. What's the solution in Chicago?
You want to give it a shot, Bob?
I don't know.
How would you fix this disaster for Dr. Death over here running the ball club?
I'd bring back George Halas. No, if that's the guy that started the Bears. I don't know. Who is this guy? I've never even heard of this Kromer guy, but if you're having tearful apologies like you're Dick Vermeil, it's time to go. I think you got a clean house up there in Chicago.
Well, I mean, if you're the offensive coordinator and you go and throw the quarterback under the bus to the press, where are you going?
Oh, yeah, no, you got to think he's out the door. And you know what I mean? It's honestly, man, it sucks. When you think about it, in terms of how many different offensive coordinators and how many different systems Cutler's been in to this point. I mean, the system obviously won't change much with Trestman running it. But, it's at least now they have another GOAT that they can go to because Mel Tucker, he was the catcher at the end of the year. And now I guess we'll get rid of Kromer. And, we can deal with another season of Jake trying to figure out what the hell he's doing again. And it's just, I mean, obviously the guy's stubborn, and you would hope at some point, Cutler would kind of figure out, all right, these are the adjustments that I need to make. This is why, I'm not successful and why we're not successful. And just this year with everything as bad as it was and the whole Marshall thing imploding, I mean, you got to dump Marshall. And I mean, really, football, you are able to kind of flip the script a little bit and kind of make a big bounce back. But when you look at just the decades of just awful drafting, I mean, that reason alone was why their special teams sucks. Their special teams unit is horrible. And it's all because they can't draft. It just radiates throughout the entire team. So until they can figure out how to draft and how to get, Jay Cutler under control, they're going to have issues there. And here, please, man, you're coaching the NFL. Don't be crying.
Well, that's my thing is how often, when a woman has a tearful apology to a guy, you're like, oh, okay, all right, you cheated on me 15 times, I'll take you back, baby.
If you killed somebody, if you ran over somebody's dog or you ate the last slice of pizza or something, not because you made a couple comments about your quarterback. Please, guy.
Yeah. Tearful apology from a guy to a bunch of other guys. That doesn't work. Not even in movies. I've never seen it work.
You either have to
you lose a lot of respect.
You either have to dig in and everyone comes back and try to figure it out, or you blow the whole thing up. I don't think there's any middle ground.
Yeah, I know. And I think that's going to be the issue here is the fact that they're not going to go one way or the other. What they're going to do is You know, they're going to dump a couple coaches and try it over again. Give it another year. But overall, man, I mean, I don't know what to do. Are you going to trade Jay Cutler? What are you going to do for him? I mean, I'm sure there's a team out there that would like him.
No.
But then you got to draft a quarterback. You know, I mean, just the whole thing is a mess, and I really don't see any sort of easy solution to it.
As much as it's a mess, I think you keep everybody intact. But Trestman has to come to the realization that you cannot have Jay Cutler drop back 35 times a game. You just can't.
You need another running back. Yeah, I mean, you can't just rely on Forte to do everything.
They don't rely on him.
What else does the guy have on him? I mean, you got
a wide receiver, for Christ's sake.
Exactly.
The only runs he has are bubble screens.
Yeah, they don't run the ball anymore. They're not relying on him for anything, and that's the problem.
Yep.
True.
All right.
But how much could he do if like?
I'm with you, Keith. All right.
Yeah, I know. No, go ahead, Bob. Finish your thought.
Well, like, how much could you do with Forte? Like, he's not young anymore. He has a lot of miles on him. Mike Martz put a ton of miles on him. I'm just, with Forte, it's like, how much can you really, I mean, other than bubble screens, how much can you really get out of him? You need they need to draft a running back, maybe two, and, get a running game going again in Chicago, because you're not going to win dropping back 35 times in Chicago in the winter. It's just not going to happen.
The rookie they drafted this past year, Kadeem Carey, has shown some spots. He doesn't get a whole lot of playing time, but he's shown some flash.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, again, and running backs are, supposedly one of those positions where you can just find on the street. But, I mean,
if you've got
for whatever reason, they can't figure it out, man. They went through and paid all that extra money all these years for these, for these secondary backs. It all turned out to be garbage between Barber and, I mean, you name them, man. It just hasn't worked out.
Yeah, it's just one of those things because Forte can still run. He's 29 years old. He's still got a year or two left as a top back.
Oh yeah,
especially this season because he hasn't run the ball all that much. The Bears' pass run ratio right now, they've dropped back 500. They've called 503, or they have 503 pass attempts and only 292 rushing attempts. That's just ridiculous with a running back like Matt Forte.
Yeah. And it hasn't really been any different. I mean, you got to think with Martz. Martz might have put some mileage on him, but it wasn't from runs. Martz was a throw happy coordinator too. I mean, this has just been it's a steady theme. And for whatever reason, from Lovie Smith always telling everybody they're going to come running off the bus. None of us have seen it, and we still haven't seen it.
Well, I think we got through a record number of headlines this week too.
We still got 90 seconds here. So one last quick hit here because we started late. So
yeah, that's true.
One last quick hit here. The Arizona Cardinals defeat the St. Louis Rams 12-6 tonight. But they lost another quarterback. They're down to Ryan Lindley. So technically they're the number 1 seed. Do the Cardinals make it to the Super Bowl?
With the defense, man, I mean anything's possible, I guess. But it's going to be tough when you're going down to your third string quarterback at this point. I mean, it's going to be quite the struggle, man, for them to figure it out.
I'm going to say no. It's third string Ryan Lindley. Didn't they have? What happened to Logan Thomas? Is he injured or did he get cut? What happened to him?
I'm not sure, but he's Lindley was the backup that came in tonight, and he's scheduled to start next week against Seattle.
Good.
Yay! Well, be good, boys.
Will do. Johnny, take it easy. This has been another pretty good episode of the Bob Sullivan Show. I'd like to thank producer extraordinaire Keith Grieve. And Michelle and Johnny for coming on tonight. Check out latenightsportsradio.com, and I will see you later.